Alright guys, so I'm down at the gym. It is Monday night. I just took my pre-workout. So it was my turn to come up with a weekly challenge this week. So it is 10 rounds of a 1/10 of a mile sprint, which you can do outside. On the treadmill, I'm gonna do mine on the treadmill. 10 weighted sit-ups, 10 ab wheel rollouts, 10 V-ups, and 10 leg raises. So a lot of core, a lot of lower core. So by the end of it, you have sprinted a mile and done 100 reps of all 4 of those ab exercises. So I'm excited. I'm gonna try to do mine in less than 20 seconds. I'm gonna try to do mine in less than 20 minutes, which means I have 2 minutes per round, which means I gotta be moving. I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Oh girl, nah, nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex. Dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Oh girl, nah, nah. Oh girl, nah, nah. You're my island.
Jeremy sweat. That was rough. I finished in 17 minutes and 23 seconds, I forget. 17 minutes, 22 seconds. I was I took little to none breaks and I ran all of my sprints in. It was hard, it was challenging, but it's one of those things that just feels good when you're done. My core is on fire, my heart rate is up. So challenge you guys to do that this week. Share your time with me here on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever. And then I will finish this vlog out at my house with the bonus challenge. Guys, so the second part of this week's challenge, I called it a bonus challenge because, like I kind of talked about, we want it to not always be fitness related. Sometimes maybe, I don't mean fitness related. I mean, we don't always want it to be an exercise related challenge. So maybe like self-growth or nutrition or, I mean, whatever we come up with. So this week, let me open this up. This week, the bonus challenge was write down 3 areas that you want to improve about yourself or your life, and then the steps you're going to take to actually improve that area. And then we have to share them with each other, which is kind of cool because it's kind of personal. And I feel like it's one of those things that when you write them down, it makes you be much more aware of it, and you're kind of like, oh. So I did debate whether I was going to share my answers on my video or not, and I decided why not. I'm not going to go into super big detail. You can see I kind of wrote a lot, but it was a really cool like reflection thing, and really made you kind of stop and think like, you know what, how am I going to improve this area of my life? And these aren't really in any particular order, it's just how I wrote them. So the first thing was accepting the fact that not everything is always going to be perfect. I hold myself to such a high standard that like I feel like when things aren't perfect, whether it's my classes, the gym, this, my relationships, my friendships, that like I'm failing, and that's not necessarily true because let's be real, life's not always perfect. So I just need to work on like accepting things for the way they are, make sure I'm putting the work in, make sure I'm giving everything my best effort, and as long as I'm doing that, then just to be happy with it. So that's my number 1. My number 2 is learn how to be more patient with yourself. I'm so impatient with myself. In general, I'm not a very impatient person, but when it comes to myself, I am the most impatient person. I am literally so impatient. The first sentence I wrote is I need to understand that life and my goals are a marathon, not a sprint. I know things don't happen overnight. Like I am fully aware of that, and nor do I even expect them to. Know that daily execution, like if I work on something every day, I'm eventually going to get there, and not think like one day and it's there. So learning to just be more patient with myself in general, and especially with my goals, is number 2. And number 3, the last one, is just not letting my last relationship affect my future relationships. I was in a very toxic, very narcissistic relationship, and I feel like it kind of changed the way I view love, relationships, people in general. Before that relationship, I was very naive to any bad in the world. I really never even experienced any hurt, any pain, never. But that relationship was like an eye-opener. And there for a minute, I really kind of let it shut me down to the world, other people, like getting close to anyone else. And I really don't want to do that because it's not fair to me, and it's really not fair to whoever I might be trying to pursue a relationship with. So I just am going to work on not watering myself down and still do the things that I would naturally do in a relationship and not change that just because of whatever happened in my past. So those are the 3 things that I want to work on personally. It was definitely kind of, I could write a whole list, by the way, like 30 things. But those are the first 3 that came to my head. It is kind of fun to write them down. I don't mean fun. It's kind of eye-opening to write them down. And then it really makes you think like, okay, Laken, this area does need about self-growth. So do that workout, let it kick your ass, and then come home, sit down, and just let it all out. I would love if you guys shared them with me. If not, keep them for yourself. I don't care. But other than that, I'll see you next week for our weekly challenge. It's his turn next week, so we'll see what he comes up with. I'm excited. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get you off my